Good morning, my name's Ryan Littlestone from forexflow.live. I'm going to start this week by continuing on the theme of the last few weeks of talking about Brexit and the pound. But what I want to highlight is that potentially to switch trades from what we've been looking at previously, which is cable or the pound versus a dollar, maybe into euro sterling because of a couple of reasons. What we're seeing at the moment is that euro sterling has been picking up on the Brexit trade. Maybe the last couple of years it's not been so significant, but we're seeing a lot more action coming into the options market on this pair. We're seeing a lot more volatile moves on this pair. Now, part of that is obviously dragged around by what is happening in cable. But we're just, as I say, just finding that a lot more people are getting involved in this pair regarding Brexit. And the second reason why it might be wise, if you're trading Brexit, to switch into this pair as well, is that obviously we're heading towards the US elections, which of course brings a huge dollar risk across the board. So if you're trying to trade the pound against the dollar on Brexit, it's becoming a much choppier waters, if you like. So this could potentially be a more cleaner trade or take you out the volatility a bit more. So what I'm going to look at now is pretty much the longer view chart. We're going to look at the weekly chart for this one. Now it doesn't really show that much. It's not a big chart. It shows a period, if you like, since Brexit happened. You can see it's been going sideways. We've had some volatile moves in there, of course. We also got the virus moves in there. We had a flash crash in there as well. So there's been lots going on, but for the most part, it's been going sideways. And we're pretty much stuck in with a particularly strong highs around about the 93s. That you can see there. You know, we've had several goes up at those levels, and that's been where it's really found its mark. As you can see, we've had the virus highs above that level, but we've come down, we've tested it again, and it's held. So that's, as I say, take away those volatile events like the virus moves, we have got a pretty solid ceiling up there in the 93s. So that's one area to look at the top side. On the downside, and more in the short term, what we're seeing at the moment is pretty much stuck in a sort of 90 to 91, 92 range at the moment. That's where we're flip-flopping in between whilst the Brexit negotiations go on. And on those, we obviously had the news that the talks have resumed this last week on Thursday, Friday, and we're going to the Sunday. But then we heard that those have potentially been extended out to this Wednesday. And as I've said before, everything's sort of now really coming to a head. We've not got long till the deadline. We've had all the political theatre of Boris, cancelling talks and saying there's no point in doing it. And then we're back at the table again. We're getting more positive vibes coming through. So it's really feeling like something is going to come together. Now, of course, there's always a risk we get a headline that they're still far apart and everything, and that's not going to happen. But we've heard that there's potentially something to be done on fishing, which is one of the sticking points, and generally a better effort to see if we get a deal done. So for playing this pair, I'm looking mainly from the short side. I missed a good trade this morning off of the 91 level. A couple of guys in our trading room caught it. So I'm back to watching, but this again potentially is the best pair to play Brexit in. If you're looking for a deal, then obviously going short in this pair is something to look at. Otherwise, if the news is still sticking around, look at this 90 level for potentially longs. If it breaks there, you might need to shift and wait to see what develops after that. My favour, just quickly, is that a Brexit deal is going to happen. That's always been my case. There's too much money involved. So, as I say, I'm going to be looking at shorts in this pair and see how the headlines develop into Wednesday. And for the rest of this week, I wish you luck.